Well, hello everyone. It's Niko here from the band Whorticulture, but you probably knew that, or why else would you be watching the video? It's been quite a long time since I've done any sort of update videos or anything. We've been busy bees over here, and a lot of that is because of you and all of your help and support here this year. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Not even kind of, that's actually literally what I want to talk about. There's been so many wonderful developments for the band, just even in the last 6 months. It's been kind of crazy, actually. So yeah, I just wanted to be able to kind of update you on what has been going on with the band, all these wonderful little developments that have been happening, some not so little. And maybe even talk a little bit about what to expect from 2022 from us as well. So this might be a little long, this might be a little rambly, so feel free to grab a coffee or a drink or a snack or something like that and join me in talking about good positive things. Hooray. So before we even get into what has been happening this year, I want to give you at least a little bit of context. I'll try to make it quick about what life was like for us before about June-ish of 2021. Basically, everything changed with the release of Crucify. That was I guess I kind of call it the line in the sand. There was before Crucify and there was after Crucify. So let me talk a little bit before so you have some context. So there wasn't a lot going on for the band, to be honest, before Crucify. We did have a few people that found us, and I don't know how, because we weren't really marketing or anything, but they found us on, I think, YouTube, found a few comments there. We did have a few folks that were DJs that included us on some mixes, which was very cool. And we did have a few people that I think were on blogs or wrote articles for websites that were just kind of compiling just dark music that was coming out during that time, and we just so happened to have a release that coincided with them putting together that kind of thing, so we landed on some of those little lists. Not necessarily best of, just like, hey, here's another band that released a thing, go check it out if you're interested. The biggest thing we had before Crucify, and when the clubs were still open during that time, was we had one DJ who is a friend of ours who was playing Necessary Endings. He liked the song and decided to put it in rotation, which is amazing. And people were dancing to it. And I'll say very quickly, one of the early dreams that both Eric and I had when we started this project is we used to imagine, like, oh my God, how cool would it be to go in the club and see everyone dancing to a song that we ourselves made. Like, it just sounded amazing. What a cool experience. Everyone's having fun and getting into it and stuff, and it's like, oh, that's the song we made. And we've got to experience that already. And that was, even early on, that was super cool. We also released one more song before everything got shut down in 2020, which was The Benefits of Torture, and luckily that same DJ was interested in playing that song as well. And so we got a few spins before everything just all went to hell, and there was no longer an outlet for us in the clubs. But as you know, we kept working, and we got out the rest of the songs we had written. So by the end of 2020, we had 5 original songs out, and we were already starting to work on Crucify. By the end of the year, I had that demo written for a while, but we weren't ready to start recording until 2021. And naturally, that took a lot longer than I wanted, and it always works out that way, by the way. I'm sure you've experienced that too. You have big plans, like, oh, this is going to happen, and it's only going to take, whatever, a month, and then it takes 4 months or 5 months or something ridiculous, and then before you know it, it's June. But yeah, that was the beginning of 2021, was mostly us just working on Crucify, finding time here and there in our busy schedules to actually mix the goddamn song, record it, get it finished, and then also working on the music video that we did intend to use for promoting the band, naturally, as one does with music videos. Luckily, the clubs opened up right around the same time that Crucify was ready. I think we definitely lucked out there. So once Crucify was out, I had showed my friend, my DJ friend, the song, and luckily for us, he really liked it. Said, "This is great, I'm gonna play this." Cool. And he got really great responses from it, which is, of course, always awesome to hear. And crowds were dancing to it, and he was playing it on multiple nights. And he would tell him, he's like, "Oh, I played it over Pride weekend and they loved it. No, I just played it before you guys made it tonight at the club and everyone was dancing." I was like, "Really? That's really, really cool to hear." And this is where that sort of line in the sand moment happened for us. As I said, we had a few things here and there, but before this time, we were basically incognito. We could go to the clubs. Eric and I would go to the clubs and dance, and sometimes they'd play one of our songs, which was really cool because you see everyone else dancing to it. And no one had any idea that it was me and Eric were just dancing a few feet away from them. They didn't, no one knew. We just got to be basically kind of spies and look over and be like, "Oh, that's so cool." It was fun. I kind of liked it. It was like I had a secret, My baby's got a secret. So after Crucify was released, everything changed for us. We were no longer incognito. People started to recognize us and know who we were at the club, which is both good and bad. I kind of liked my anonymity and my secrecy. But everyone's been very friendly. We had a lot of people that were sharing the song and sharing some of their songs with other DJs in the scene. And I know now we have a lot of DJs in the local dark music scene here in Denver that are spinning our songs in regular rotation, which is amazing. And if you are one of those DJs watching right now, thank you so much. I really, 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 really appreciate it. It's amazing. I never really thought what we would do would get beyond our one DJ friend. And now we have a lot of people, not only in Denver, spinning the stuff. We have, I know of one in Dallas who does live streams. She puts us on quite frequently there.
Okay, so all right, so we'll get the video back up and going. I'm going to play a band called Whorticulture. You guys have heard me play them the last several weeks. A great new band. So this song is called Within Without.
Another one in Germany, I know one in Minnesota. So thanks to all of you, if you're watching, for playing the music and supporting us. It's kind of surreal. It's kind of crazy.
Before that, I played a brand new band I've never heard of before called Whorticulture with a W, so it has the word whore in it.
Oh.
Which I know. So it's like whores and plant life. Horticulture?
You gotta say like Frank. You gotta say like
Horish sunflowers
and plants together.
You gotta say it like Frank from Sunny. Whoriculture.
Horticulture. Anyway, brilliant band name. Makes you think. And they did a song, Crucify. That was actually another cover. That is a Tori Amos cover. And I found them going through YouTube. They made this cute music video for it. And I'm like, who is this band? So they got my attention, and you can pick up the single on Bandcamp. Go check it out.
because of the people that were excited about Crucify and then discovering us and sharing the music, we ended up getting our very first show this year in the club, which was like the perfect place for us to play because that's where our audience is. It was such a cool experience. What an amazing memory. Everyone was so receptive, so positive. To see everyone dancing around to the songs, and to know that like these are our friends, these are our people, this is our scene, just felt amazing.
This joy, this pain, benefits of torture I embrace. This love, this grace, benefits of torture I embrace. This joy, this pain, benefits of torture I embrace. This love.
And that was definitely one of our goals this year. Eric and I wanted to play our first show. And not only did we play one, but we ended up playing 3 this year. We did another local show at a kind of I guess I would say our official first real show, not just on the floor in the club, but an actual venue with another local band here called Voice Coil. And that was a really cool show. Glad to play with them. That was a fun experience, and we got a huge turnout for that one. I was very surprised for a local show. You got to imagine, I come from a background playing in other bands for 2 decades at this point, where I felt like there were times you had to like beg your friends and family to come out and see you. Like, please come and see my show. Would you? I want someone in the audience besides the bartenders. And then now we have a moment where we're getting, how many people did we get? I know this probably sounds like I'm trying to brag or something like that, but I'm just telling you the cool things that are happening. Please understand. Just want to share the neat things. But we ended up getting like 120 people out to a show that was essentially 2 local bands. And I know Voice Coil's been around for a while, so they probably have more support and pull than we do. But you know, we got a lot of folks from the club scene out to come check it out, and it was so cool. It really made my night seeing everyone there. And then we played a 3rd show recently. We got to open up for Ghost. No, not that Ghost. This is a different Ghost. GOST. That was an awesome experience as well. Kind of short notice, but so we got to be opening up for basically a touring band. But the response has been nothing but positive from all of you so far.
Let's hear it! You are fucking amazing. You've made our night.
And again, I do have to kind of say that that's not what I'm used to. I'm used to no one really giving a shit, and it's like pulling teeth to get people to shows, and there's not really an excitement about music or, you know, what we're in previous bands, what we're doing. And to have this moment where just people that really want to hear new stuff from us and really want to come and see us perform and are really excited about supporting us and are proud to have us part of their local scene is really touching. It's 180 from what I'm used to. And so I'm very appreciative of it. So thank you, because if you're watching, most likely you are in some way, shape, or form a part of this. You're a part of this wonderful growth and, you know, the this early success already that we've experienced as Whorticulture. You are one of the people that's helped make this happen for us, and this is all we want. Or at least I can speak for myself. This is all I want to do. It's all I've ever want to do with my life, is make music and perform music and not have to have a day job. Just I get to do this and share that with you. I would love to do that full time. And we're at a very early stage still, but it's been it feels like a dream sometimes. And I know these are just early things, but it does. It's like that, you know, that kind of, you want to pinch yourself, or I want to pinch myself. Maybe you don't want to pinch yourself, but and go, wow, is this really happening right now? You know, we're talking with a lot of cool people right now. We have a lot of wonderful things up in the air, lined up for 2022. More shows, potentially bigger things. And I'm not going to talk about those at the moment because they're not for sure yet. But when they are, I will let you know. So I suppose the question that you probably have is, what's next? What's going to happen next with Whorticulture? What should you expect? And as I said, we do have a lot of things in the works right now with shows, and I will let you know about those as those happen. And by the way, speaking of, since it's relevant to that, if you are not following us on Facebook, please do so. I know everyone has their platform of choice, but that's where we put up all of our updates. So if you want to know about shows in Denver and then eventually, hopefully, other places, bing, follow us on Facebook, and you will get all the information there. So please go do that. But I think the biggest thing that people are interested in, as they are for a band, the core thing that one does as a band, as in make music, would be, is there new music coming out? And the answer is yes. Yes, there is. We have new music in the works. The end of this entire year, I've been working on lyrics for the new season of songs. That's what we call them internally. Everything you've heard so far has all been season 1, up for everything from Necessary Endings all the way to Crucify. And so we are excited about getting together season 2. These songs are all written. We have 5 new songs ready to go. We just haven't recorded them yet, but they're ready. Lyrics are done. So hopefully we'll start recording the first song and get a first single out in spring 2022. But again, don't hold me to that because Eric is super busy and I'm super busy, and we also have a bunch of other stuff we're trying to get done now too. So I guess good problems to have, right? It's exciting. A lot of momentum, a lot of buzz, which is great. But it also means that it's hard to find the time to get all these things done. But yes, there will be new music. There will be a new single coming out and a new music video to go with it. I'm excited about that and getting everything done. It'll be cool. I'm excited to show it to you. It'll be a few months still. Sorry. But hopefully worth it. We'll see. I'll talk more about kind of what we're doing with that and what our approach is and all the details. Schmeetails. When we get close to that, of course. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to talk about for 2022. Definitely new merch coming up. We've been coasting on one t-shirt design for all of the shows we've been doing because we had to put it together kind of last minute. So I have a lot of fun ideas that I would like to show you with that too. For t-shirt ideas and stuff. Hopefully things you think are cool. That's the entire point. Otherwise, why do them? And yeah, a lot of just kind of behind the scenes stuff, growing the band from different ways that are probably not interesting to talk about. At least I don't think you'd be interested in hearing them, but who knows? Maybe you would be. But the point is, it looks like 2022 is going to be a pretty goddamn busy year for us, and that would never have happened without your support, without your help, without you sharing the music, showing people, that DJs playing our stuff, all of you, thank you. Not just from me, from Eric as well. Both of us, it means the world to us. We really give a shit about our community, our local scene here in Denver. So we want to be able to give back in any way we can, and we're thinking about ways to do that as well. But honestly, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.